Yesterday went pretty good. Basically started in my number one spot and just bounced around in a few areas and picked up fish right away. I had a limit by 9:30, um, and I had my six fish at 11 o'clock and came in early. Waited in the first person and it just felt great. Everything came together. Fishing for big fish and so I got all my bites were quality fish and I was just hoping for 5 bites when I went up there and I got them right away.
Okay, now going in today, we had the temperature drop and some changes, with the weather. Did you go back to your best spot, or did you hit someplace else right away?
I knew with the big weather change, it wasn't so much the temperature. It was the wind direction change what I was worried about. I went to the same spot I started yesterday, worked it pretty hard this morning, only ended up with one fish there. And it just wasn't right. The water temperature cooled down too much. There was a lot of pressure there, and I ended up leaving. I just bounced around until I found basically the right spot with the right water temperature, and just picked off a fish here or there, and got my limit about 2:30, or my six fish at about 2:30, and it was a pretty good deal. We didn't have our basically after we got that first fish in the morning, we never had another fish until afternoon.
Okay, and did that worry you a lot, or?
I was a little worried with that one fish at noon. I just knew if I just kept, grinding and grinding that I'd find a spot. But getting later in the day, I had spots down south where I could catch numbers and come in with a limit. But I still wanted to win the tournament, so I stayed, in big fish territory for a long time, and finally stumbled upon something, and no one around, and it was awesome.
Okay, what were you pulling?
I was pulling half-ounce inlines, crawler harnesses, a lot of basically golds, big golds, purples, using all Berkeley trilene 100% fluorocarbon leaders. It's very key in the zebra mussels. They have strong leaders, and plus these big fish just fight so hard.
Okay, how deep of water typically were you in, and where were they at in the column?
I was mostly running that 20, 25 foot area. The fish, most of them are all on the bottom, especially today. The water is super clear though, so you didn't have to be all the way to the bottom. If you're 4 or 5 feet above them, a lot of times that was better. But today, in the afternoon, you really had to get it in front of their face, and you could not touch bottom. So it was one of those things that was real sensitive to speed to keep the baits off the bottom, but get them close enough to bottom where they would catch a fish.
Okay, and now this is one of several, probably at least your fourth major win that I could think of, with the NTC, NWC, Escanaba last year, and now Red Wing this year, now this one. What do you think?
Oh man, for one, it feels good, good to get one on it's kind of my home water, Green Bay. I've never won a tournament here. It's my favorite spot to fish. I don't know. At least I expected this one. Red Wing, it was kind of unexpected. This one I knew I had a shot at it, but it's awesome.